it's gonna ring now. He been fly, ain't a damn thing changed now. He elevated while they looking at him strange now. Gone, let it ring now. He in the game now. He's a ruler, I know he is gonna ring now. He been fly, ain't a damn thing changed now. He elevated while they looking at him strange now. Gone, let it ring now. Every time he show up, it's a frenzy, boy, just hold up. Check his wrists, yes, he's froze up, he's divine.
Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Qaysean, and I'm back with another podcast episode for y'all. I hope you guys have been liking these episodes that I've been putting out. It has been really fulfilling for me because this is the normal conversations that I have with myself. And now I get to share that with people who can also benefit from reflection and hopefully do the work on themselves to become a greater version of themselves. So I hope that you guys are enjoying these episodes. Please let me know. Hit me up on my socials and or drop a comment and share, and just let me know what have you learned from my talks and anything. Thank you guys for being here. I pray that you all are well and everything is going well. Your day is going great whenever, or your nighttime, whenever you're listening to this episode. So this episode today is inspired by a conversation that I was having with a friend in regards to taking accountability. And we were talking about having the courage to take accountability for our own lives. And for me, that resonated because even when things happen to me in my life, good or bad, there was still a part of me that had a responsibility that played into that. And when it's good things that are happening, of course, we always want to make sure that we get the recognition, and we want to take full accountability if we can for the amazing things that occur. But there are times when things aren't going well, or things happen that we don't necessarily like, and it may be bad. And we try to divert from accountability, and we may place the blame on other people, places, or things. And that conversation that I had with him had me just thinking, and I think about this quite often in my awareness journey of accountability and just taking responsibility for my own life. And what I started to do in doing that was looking in the mirror and realizing that although life may happen around me, things may happen, I am still in control of how I react to them, and understanding that my reaction does come with a consequence, and the consequence can be good or the consequence cannot be not so good. And having these conversations, I think, is really important because you can get to understand why things are happening in your life. And when you put the mirror in front of your face, you get to realize that you may be the cause of a lot of things that are happening. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow because you might be like, that's not, this X, Y, and Z is happening to me. It's not my fault. I try to stay away. Just take a second to think about whatever it is that you may be experiencing. At what point in your life did you decide to accept it? At what point in your life did you decide to indulge in it? That's where accountability comes in. And for me, I know sometimes where it's so easy to place the blame on other people, or to be so judgmental of other people when it comes to their situations, and also pointing out things that you don't like about whatever. I realized that those are also just reflections of oneself that is being put in front of our faces. And if you don't really be honest with yourself and realize that sometimes, for the most part, the things that we see that other people do that we either like or don't like is still a reflection of us. Our reality around us is a reflection of ourselves. So I just always be mindful of who I am and what I decide to do and what I decide to place myself into. And if something doesn't work out in my favor, or if things go well, I acknowledge my part that I played in it. And I learn from the lessons, always, the good and the bad lessons, because learning is always elevation. And it just helps grow your mentality, and it builds up your resilience. when you take accountability. When you take accountability, no one can take that away from you. No one can sway you into making you believe something about yourself that isn't true, because you already have taken inventory of who you are. You have taken responsibility. And even if it hurts, you've taken your full responsibility. I promise you, when you come out on the other side of that, it feels glorious because you took charge of your own life. And we just was having this conversation in the middle of the bar, and it was really, really, really amazing just to know that when you take accountability, sometimes it's going to make other people uncomfortable, and it'll also help with setting boundaries, because if you're around people who are not taking accountability for their actions and you're taking accountability for your actions, there's just a different mindset there. And at a point where you're doing everything it is that you need to do, because you understand that if you don't do it, it's not going to get done, as opposed to people around you who are blaming other people for their mishaps and events that occurred, instead of just taking responsibility and grabbing the bull by its horns and helping navigate the destinations that they want. You begin to separate in a sense of not abandoning anyone or anything, but realizing that you have to protect your mind, you have to protect your peace, and you have to make sure that you're being mindful of what you're intaking, because it's easy to get caught up in other people's vocabulary and other people's thought processes, and you could be the most disciplined person, but if you're around 4 to 5 people that are not disciplined, it's so easy to pick up their non-disciplined habits, and you not even know until you so deep into it, or until someone points something out and you're making realizations like, yo, that's not even who I am or who I choose to be. And again, all of this comes back into being aware of oneself and taking full responsibility for oneself. And I feel so much more powerful taking accountability for my own actions, and knowing that things that I do and things that occur is the result of me. And if there are things that I don't like that are results of me, I work on changing, and I dissect on what have occurred that I can shift, so that way I can change the outcome of it when I do it again. And also, you can hold other people accountable for their actions as well once you're able to hold your own self accountable. So just remember that accountability is important. Accountability is growth, it's maturity, it's powerful, and it'll help you set boundaries and hold other people accountable, so that way people can't just dump themselves onto you and dump their traumas and their hurt and pain onto you and blame you for things that you aren't even the cause of. And even if you are indirectly the cause of some things, it's still their responsibility to get themselves out of that. And that goes for you. So remember, accountability is bliss. Okay? Get yourself in the mirror. Take inventory of the things that's going well in your life, and the things that's not going well in your life. And understand and find what part you played in it. And be real. Just be real. Being real is the best thing for you, because you cut out all the sugarcoating, you cut out all the nonsense, and you can really get to the root cause of whatever it is that you're dealing with. So that way you can begin to heal it. That way you can begin to reverse it if need be, or to enhance it if it's going extremely well for you. But the only way to do either of those is to get to the root cause. Is to take the time out to figure out what part you played in, because you're the controller of your life. God gives all of us free will. So regardless of what outside circumstances may occur, you still have a part that's played in everything. And it's tough to hear that. Sometimes it's tough when it's unfortunate things that occur. But the more we understand the part that we play, the more we can change the roles where it needs to be. So I hope that this resonates with some of you, or if not all of you. Pray that you guys take these words and implement them, so that way you can be the best versions of yourself. And don't be afraid to look in the mirror. Don't be afraid to take responsibility of your own life. It's yours. You deserve happiness. You deserve success. You deserve love. You deserve peace. But you have to be accountable for all of those things. And if you're feeling anything other than those things, you have to take accountability for those things as well. And then make the initiative and take the initiative to change what needs to be changed. Some things are easier said than done, but when it's worth it, it doesn't matter how tough it is. I love y'all so much. If this video resonated with you, just share it with someone. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe, so that way you can always get updates on when I upload. And if you guys are listening to this on whatever platform, do what the platform says so that way you can save it. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, RealLifeManikin, MANIKIN. I am a fashion designer, and I am also a costume designer. So I have some of my work on my website at www.house.manikin.com. Support your boy. I appreciate all the love, and I thank you for watching. If you're watching, I thank you for listening to my podcast, and happy 2024. Let it be a blissful year. Whenever you watch this, this is a timeless video. This is a timeless audio, excuse me. So whenever you listen to this, make it a beautiful year, okay? All right, peace out.
Yeah, I never needed validation just to wear the crown.
You say what?
Glamorous, that's heat. No need to see ID. Go ahead and check his feet. I bet you never ever see nobody made like he.
Be a mannequin, real legend in them streets.
His